Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back. Hope you're having a great day. Look at this. Oh, I didn't say fantastic day. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Yesterday we watched the Chiri, Tier 7 Japanese medium tank. Once you finish grinding the Chiri, you get a tank that's absolutely nothing like the Chiri. Here it is. The STA-1. It's starting to look funky on the Japanese line. The funky looking tank with funky camo. Here he goes. Who is it? It's RA1G from the Two-Win clan, who has an amazing game in the STA-1. The Tier 8 Tech Tree tank. He shoots the ground because he's so happy. Premature ejaculation there, buddy. But the PP is still up. He recovers quickly. Even though he shoots his load prematurely, he can get it up right away. Well, who'd have thought? You guys know what we're doing here. Well, you probably don't. If you've clicked this channel for the first time, you may be thinking, what the hell is going on? Well, I'll tell you. We're doing a series here where we are working our way. Holy shit, that was hard to say. And I just rhymed. We are doing a series here where we're on our way. Wow, I said it without stumbling. We're on our way up the tech tree from Tier 4 all the way to Tier 10. Comparing and contrasting the Swedish and the Japanese mediums, because both lines lead to excellent, nice shot, lead to excellent hull down beasts at Tier 10. But you gotta grind your way through, so I thought I'd do a series where I feature the whole grind for you. And we're at Tier 8. The Tier 8 STA-1. It's just I'd say it's just an average medium tank at Tier 8. Doesn't have very much armor. It's fairly stealthy. It's got good maneuverability. It's got decent view range. It's got kind of average everything. And it's got this little gun that, as you can see, is working pretty well in the hands of the... Oh, he was aiming for someone, but he accidentally hit someone else. And he's taken advantage here of the map flaw. This map, guys, just as a little aside here. You see, look at the mini-map. I'll make the mini-map bigger. You see where he is here? He's able to shoot these guys that are in these gaps here, right? And just punish these heavy tanks if they leave themselves open in these gaps. I'm pointing at the mini-map here. Whereas the other side, the people that are camping in these bushes here, they cannot shoot these guys because there's no gaps here. So this map is completely unbalanced and favors the south spawn. And you'll see many teams now, the heavy tanks, they don't go this way anymore. Because they learned that when they're fighting here, if they have to retreat, they get farmed in this area here. So a lot of times you'll see smart players in heavy tanks head this way. But that's an aside. That's just an aside on the map. I have a video about that if you want to check it out. But let's look at the actual gun here. It has a 219 pen, 240 alpha on the regular round with good shell velocity, over 1,000. And he's punishing the Scorpion now. The premium ammo is 275 pen heat at Tier 8, which is decent. Oh, and he's finally spotted and detected. How do you spot it? Oh, look, this guy got pretty close. Holy shit, you were a little bit focused there. Snapped a shot into him. And he does not retreat. He moves right away, right up to the rock, which is a brilliant move. And he punishes him again, but takes one in return. Can you punish him again? No. And that was the sign of a good player there, guys, because getting detected, if you would have tried to run away, he might have taken 2 or 3 shots up the ass for nothing. Instead, he drove straight at the guy, hid behind the rock, ended up with 683 spotting assist, and was able to shoot the guy twice. So good move, good play, buddy. He's also got 5 HE rounds here. What is this? 45 pen, 320 alpha, which he's chosen to bring 5. I wouldn't. You know, I might bring 2. But this thing, you know, I'm looking at the ammo. You could run out of ammo in this tank. The score is only 3-4, and you've only got 6 regular shells left and 18. Yeah, I probably wouldn't load that much HE, but you know, what are you gonna do? Maybe he is successful in his aiming at weaker lightly armored targets with his HE. But look at this thing. It's starting to look now like what you grind the Japanese line for. Make it count. Beautiful. This tank is starting to look like an STB-1. Oops. It's looking, it's got that funky squash turret. But let me tell you, it's not an STB-1. It's not. The turret is just not strong. The armor is not reliable. It looks closer to an STB-1, but it is no STB-1. It's one of these tanks that you must try to remain undetected. He's doing a perfect job here of sniping from careful positions on the map, and that's how you have to play it. Because if you move to a ridgeline, even though you have decent gun depression. Oh, look at that! There you go, 400. That was nice. But he's farming. He is farming, and he's the only guy left on this flank. And there's an AMX 5100 in there. It's probably time to retreat. It's time to retreat gracefully. You've done your job. You've done almost 5,000 damage. And you've held this flank by yourself, basically. So it's time to relocate. Is he going to retreat? I sometimes retreat down to this area here and guard the flank, but I think he's going to head this way to help his team to go where most of the enemy HP is. So he's going to help his team. We'll see where he goes. I'm not sure where he goes. If you try and play this tank as a front line medium tank and you poke a ridge line, you try and use your gun depression, your turret is just cheese. You won't last a minute, especially versus obviously tier 9s and 10s, but even versus tier 7s and some 6s, we'll just shoot right through your turret. And you got that big Tuma as well. So, the thing is, he's moved smartly. Instead of going to a position here where he can get overrun by 3 tanks, he's moved over here, look at the mini-map, so that he has some support from his teammates if those enemies push the cap. He's smart enough to know he's not going to leave the west flank open. And it looks like his heavy tanks won the east side. You know why they won? These guys finally won and broke through. Do you know why? Because this guy whittled down about 2,000 or 3,000 HP while the heavy tanks were in that gap there. Look at the minimap. When those enemy heavy tanks were in those gaps and he was shooting from here, he whittled them down. I don't know, what did he do? 2,000, 2,500, 3,000 HP of damage? And that was the difference. And that's why the south spawn almost always wins the east side over here. If you have snipers right here that whittle the enemy down.
Because the map is balanced, Fury. That's right. Sometimes you spawn on south and you win, and sometimes you spawn on north and you lose.
Now, I spawned in the north many times and was able to win the game. It's not as simple as that. That was comedy. But it sure gives the advantage to the south spawning team if there's a lot of heavy tanks in the game and they go east. Alright, he's moving up the west side. He may encounter an AMX 5100. He's fired all his regular rounds, and he's down to 17 premium rounds. There's only 3 enemies left, so I guess that's no problem. And there's the AMX 5100 just been spotted on the other side of the map and is dead. I guess he ran away like the pussy he is. So he's gonna move in here. The STRV S1. If the STRV spots him, he could be dead. So he launches himself into the gully. He knew that he could get spotted there, so he knows the STRV is probably still there. He was anticipating it, and I think he believes the STRV is still there. And he's calling help. There's the GSOR. Where is that STRV? You will never out-detect him. But maybe you can shoot the GSOR once, yes. 225, and he's spotted. And the STRV is probably aiming. Saying, if he pokes again, I'm going to shoot him. If he pokes again, I'm going to shoot him. And the GSOR shot. What are your teammates doing? Are they actually capping? You muppets. He's calling help and his team doesn't give a shit. What? You don't have a team. There's no team. He's shot. The GSOR has forgotten that you're here and he's decided to climb up on a rock. Because, well, if it looks like one, And if it behaves like one, and it acts like one, it smells like one, it probably is one. A Muppet. Okay, go spot the STRV. He's going to spot the STRV, get killed, and get some spotting assist. Or maybe not. Maybe it was the GSOR that spotted him. We have been fooled. The STRV is probably in the corner at A1. Where is that? A camping... Imagine that, guys. A camping STRV pussy. Isn't that weird? There he is. Running away like the pussy he is. Aw, and you bounced. And he put himself in siege mode. Look at him, full HP, running away. He's running away! Get yourself in some bushes. You've gone stealth. The STRV is in the open like a Muppet. But he's still invisible. Because Wargaming said he would be. There he is. Even though he's in the open, he's invisible. Take your shot. Aim it, aim it, aim it. Yes. Yeah. Now he's running like a pussy now. His camo net and binocs are not engaged. And you can take a nice shot to finish him almost. Well done. He ends up with Ace Tanker. 5,781 damage, 2 kills. And he did okay with credits. Because he did not shoot simply premium ammo. When you get to tier 8 in the Swedish medium line, things get funky as well. Look at this tank here. Driven by Yanni 0000 from the Enjoy clan. Enjoy! Shout out to you guys. The UDES 14.5 wants to know where's Shirley? I don't know where Shirley is. Look at this thing. Also starting to look funky. It kind of does look almost a little bit like that STA-1. The turret's a little bit more rear-mounted. There are differences, though, guys. There are differences. Actually, quite a bit of differences. This thing is actually a pretty good... Oh, you didn't fire your gun. Why didn't you fire your gun? This thing has that little extra gun depression with a little... You know, when you slow down and you're able to engage this hydro-pneumatic stuff, this thing is very good on a ridgeline, but very good with the gun depression, very hard-hitting gun, but just doesn't have any armor. It's getting you ready for what's to come at tier 10. It has the shape, it kind of looks like it, but it just doesn't quite have it. Look at it. It looks beautiful. Oh, he missed. Did he hit his teammate? There's a lot of attributes of it. Let's go through them. It's got fantastic gun depression with that hydro-pneumatic suspension thing on a ridgeline. And he can get hull down really well where just a little sliver of the top of his tank is showing. But the problem is the armor is so thin that it's overmatched by almost every gun in the game that it will face. So it's very dangerous to play very close in. But on this map, you don't have a choice. He's got to go to the ridge lines. The other thing is the gun hits hard. It doesn't shoot as fast as the STA-1 did, but it does more damage. Let's have a look at it. The 217 pen 360 alpha, which really hurts at tier 8. 360 alpha is beautiful, and 1385 meters per second shell velocity is fantastic. The premium round is 253 pen APCR, which is also very nice. And then he's got 5 HE shells loaded, 53 pen and over 400 alpha. But the gun handling is not that great. It's okay, but not great. And he's trying to poke the ridgeline, trying to see someone. Let's enjoy this replay. Get it? Enjoy? Huh? Okay. He's done about 1,000 damage. Oh, there's a Caliban over there. And he says, I need help. Why do you need help? What do you want? What do you want your team to do? It's interesting when someone calls help in a situation like this. What do you want? If you need help, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of you on the ridgeline here. What help do you need? I'm not sure what help he needs, but oh, he's got a target here. Make it count. Beautiful. Oh, didn't even aim the shot. And he snaps it for 387, and he will not reload in time because high alpha guns take longer to reload, but beautiful. When you can expose yourself for such a short period of time and do, roll for 387, it's so much more devastating than having to expose yourself for the same amount of time to do 240, and then you pull back, reload faster, and expose yourself again. The lower alpha guns, you're exposed more for more time. So it's a little bit different play style. You have to do it differently. 358. Well, he's shooting a Russian tank, so I'm expecting some low rolls. Let's see. Yeah. 344. That's just the way the game works, guys. Just the way it works, I see it all the time, game after game after game, every replay that you guys send me. Pretty much. With some exceptions, but on average. Wouldn't it be fun to do a little statistical analysis? No one's had the... I haven't had the patience, and I don't know anyone that's actually been able to document the stuff. I don't know where to get the information. But there's a high roll French tank, 387. It would be interesting. I want someone to do it. Maybe one of you guys will do it. But if you could just tabulate, because 2 or 3 shots tell you nothing. It's just, I can make a joke about it. And you may agree or disagree. But I would be very interested in someone tabulating, for a year or thousands of shots. If you could somehow get the statistics, if they're somehow stored, if Wargaming has the statistics, I would love to have access to their computers where I could look at a million shots of all tanks just shooting, all non-Russian tanks shooting Russian tanks, 354, low roll on the guard. Yeah, low roll Russian tank. And just see what the average is when a non-Russian tank shoots a Russian tank, how many times it low rolls, and a non-Russian tank shooting other non-Russian tanks, how many times it's average. What's the alpha? I guess what I'm saying is what is the average alpha when you're shooting non-Russian targets versus Russian targets? Now he low rolled on the Skoda T-54, so there you go. Your theory is proved incorrect. Boom. Beautiful tank. He's playing it beautifully. I'm getting distracted here with conspiracy theory talk. Oh yeah, let's shoot the guard. Okay, high roll on the guard so that we can put this topic aside. No, he low rolled. Okay, there you go. He high rolled. There you go. Let's just drop it now. He high rolled on the guard. Leave some comments in the comment section, guys. I know we're doing a series contrasting the Swedish and the Japanese mediums, but let me know what you think. When you shoot Russian tanks, are you more likely to low roll? This gun has 360 alpha. So is it 360 average alpha for non-Russian tanks, but is the average alpha on Russian tanks like 345 or 350? No, 399. Oh, club. He hit that. Okay. It's all crap, guy. That was beautiful. 363. Oh my God. He's just proving me wrong with every shot he takes. Every shot he takes. Every roll he makes. Every hull down position he takes. I've been watching you. Now, he can take a hit from this guy, but he doesn't want to. Beautifully done. Which one? Let's change the topic, because obviously I'm wrong. Which tank do you think is better? The STA-1 or this UDES 14.5? I mean, just watching these games, this one is devastating. But he just took a big hit there. A big hit. 530, rams him just to finish him off. You know why 531 damage from HE he took? Because he doesn't have any armor, guys. Even when he got hit there in the front, just no armor. I kind of think this tank is more devastating and is going to have games with higher damage output just because of the gun. But it may be a little bit harder to play. I think the STA one is more of a traditional, you know, scoot around, stay stealthy medium tank. This one has the capability of playing some ridge lines really well. It's not quite as fast, but that gun, you know, hitting harder like that makes a big difference. I'd have to say I prefer this one. I prefer this tank to the Japanese one, but let's watch the end of the game here. And leave some comments in the comment section, guys. Let me know which tank you think is the best. And remember, tomorrow we're going to progress to Tier 9 and Tier 10. Tier 10 the next day. Let's just see how he does here. Can he spot the cap from this bush? I certainly think he can. And there he goes, using the hydropneumatic suspension. This is just, you see that? That's beautiful. Like, you can't do this in pretty much any other Tier 8 tank that I know, right? It's just, this is where you can't do that in the STA2. You can shoot through that stuff. Yeah, you just shoot through that stuff. He just, lower plate. Okay, he just put it right through. Okay, why aim for the lower plate when you can just press 2? I forgot. What is the number 2? 253 pen. I'm surprised you penned that shot, but well done. Oh. And now he's 50-50. If the 1-2-2 high rolls, he could be dead. But he's got gun depression. It doesn't matter though. This guy can overmatch you. Even if he uses his gun depression on this ridge line, that gun will overmatch his tank anywhere it's hit, pretty much. So he knows that he can't just play the hull down thing here. He's not going to bounce a shot. So he's got to be careful. This game is not in the bag. Oh boy, it's not in the bag. But he can take a hit if the... Oh! And now he's loaded HE. Why have you loaded HE? I hope HE does not troll him. He's going for the HE hit. Oh, raise the PP. Raise the PP. Well done. He gets ace tanker, guys. Some medals. 5,982 damage with 5 kills. And he made some credits. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for watching. Leave some comments. I will read your comments. And we'll catch you on the next one.